Hi, this is Greg from Vital Health Saunas, and this is gonna be a tutorial now on how to assemble. This is just happens to be a two-person full spectrum, but I want you to understand that this same video can be used to assemble the one person, the two person, doesn't matter if it's full spectrum or far. The Actually, we do sell a rectangular three person, so it's the same with that, and the four person and the Elite Premier and Elite 5. So the only difference is the pieces are going to be a little bigger or smaller depending on which model you're putting together. But the assembly is going to be exactly the same on the cabin itself. So here we are. We've laid out already the floor. So you want to put this where it's going to put the sauna together, and bring it a little away from the wall if you can, because you need to get behind it for the electrical connections and the buckles. So have it setting out a little farther than what you might want it during during full assembly or for using. You can always just slide it back into place after it's assembled. So we're going to go ahead and now this is Carlos. He's going to be helping me. Just a little disclaimer: he has never assembled a sauna before, so I wanted to bring someone here was a beginner, so be a little bit more like you guys putting together yourself. Let's get the back panel. All right, so we're going to bring this, and if you see, one second here, Carlos, the cords, the electrical cords coming out of the wall are down, okay, and you can see these little T's. That's going to be for bench support. On every piece that you have cables coming out, okay, this is going to be the top of every wall panel. Every wall panel has these are heater cords are coming out the top, so those are going to go on top, just so you can see. Now we're going to bring this. We're going to set this right on the ledge here, in that back ledge, just behind the molding, and try to line it up as close as we can. All right, and then we can lean that against the wall. Now we're gonna bring this left side wall. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna set that on the molding. Again, the cables are up. The way you can tell the left from and right walls is the windows on this. Well, every model that has windows on the side, they're going to be forward. Okay, so we're going to slide this, just kind of slide this back. Yeah, I'm getting these first two pieces is good. There we go. Don't be afraid to move it around a little bit. You got to get it lined up just right on those moldings. And then we're attaching these three buckles. Okay. All right. Starting to look a little like a sauna now, huh? So we're flush with that molding. Beautiful. So everything textbook, you can see our cables coming out the wall here. So these cables now, they're going to power the new Gen 2 glass floor heater that's in our newer models, and also the calf heater that we got. This thing is loaded with heat. This is a 10 heater two person sauna, and it's really state of the art. Therapeutically, I think it's in a class of its own. So we're gonna got the panels here. This is called a calf heater. All right. So it doesn't really matter how it goes in, other than you want the heater to be forward, of course, because it's gonna when you're sitting, it's gonna be hitting give you penetration in the back of your calves. So turn this around. Now you could put it the other way, but it's a little better. It's a little better reach if you put this on the bottom. So have the cord on the bottom. All right. Again, it's not absolutely necessary, but cosmetically it just looks better. It's cleaner with it down. So you're going to notice that wall there. Well, we're gonna see when we bring the oven here. There's two moldings on one of the walls. That's and this one over here. We do get this question. I do want to show it. I don't know if you can see it for here, but I'll when I bring the other piece up, I'll show it. There's one molding of this calf heater on this left side wall. It's not a mistake, and that's by design. And the reason that is because if you ever have to remove your bench, because there's only a molding on the front side of this calf feeder on this one side, it allows you to kind of tip this down to pull the bench out. If you had to take your bench out for some reason, maybe you had to replace your bench, or you had a connection issue here, you can do that because of this design. You can actually do that without disassembling the sauna or taking heaters off. So it's actually very convenient that it's built like this and designed. It's all by design. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plug these. I'm going to plug all these heaters. Okay, so the closest ones together here. All right, we plug together, and then we're gonna come over. We're gonna grab these two, powering the calf heater. Okay, make sure you get those good and tight. They are. Yeah, so that wasn't in all the way. So make sure you get those tight, because you don't want to have to. Although you can do it, it's better to not have to get back under there after it's together. It's much easier. Okay, so now that's all done. We're going to put the bench in. So as you see here, smooth side. Now there's some bumpers on this side. It is a two-sided bench. So if you ever damage the, if this front side ever got damaged, you could remove these bumpers. You could take those off. You can pry them off the putty knife, and you can put them on the other side, and you can flip the bench over if you ever had to do that. Now, if you take care of it, you shouldn't have to do that. But if you ever have to, it is a two-sided bench, so it's kind of nice. So anyway, these bumpers are going to go on the bottom forward, and they're gonna sit right behind the calf. That's what's going to hold that calf heater in place. So you want to do this before you put that other wall on, because it's a lot easier. Okay, so make sure that that's fitting in there right. There we go. It wasn't quite slid over. Okay. All right. So now we're solid on that side, and this side here is still loose because we need to bring that other wall panel over. So Carla's going to bring that over. Nice. That's what's nice about having someone young and strong help you. Yeah, this guy. Move. Okay. All right. Just pinch myself a little bit. That's all right. You're going to do that. Okay. Again, don't be afraid to tap it together. The buckles have a little locking tab on them too, so you might have to unlatch them. Okay. Wow. Look at that. Is that looking nice or what? I'll help you with that one there, Carlos, because that. So the next panel is the front panel. It's going to be the heaviest panel, so be very careful. Be careful with the glass. Before we bring that front panel over, I like to take these. All these heater cords here. I like to just bring them out to the outside of the sauna. It's just, it's easier if it'll, there's two over here. Yeah. So bring those out. And the reason for that is you're going to have to feed those through the top when we get to that. Yeah, there. Okay. All right, so everything's looking real clean. Like I said, don't be afraid. I mean, you can actually step on the glass. The glass heater is very strong. It's people call us, can I step on this? Yeah, you can step on it. It's about 3/4 of an inch thick. It's very strong. It's bulletproof. Much stronger than our wood grids heaters that we had. Please use 2 people to maneuver this front panel. It is heavy. Yeah, it's a pretty substantial piece of. It's a tempered glass. It's it's pretty thick. It's a very quality piece of glass in there. Okay, pretty much the same thing. Okay, you can get the buckles over there, Carlos. I love the buckles we use because they always work. We just never have a problem with them. You know, some of our sound like our corner unit has a hidden clasp, but it's a little more difficult. This is just easy to assemble. Now you've noticed, hopefully you've noticed that to this point we have not used one tool. This thing is almost completely assembled except for the top, not using one tool. So I think it's important to point out. Very simple compared to most other things that you buy, and this does a lot more. So when you move this front panel, make sure that you don't tip this glass. It's very heavy. It's held shut with a magnet. That magnet is not strong enough to withstand gravity of the weight. So we've had customers before lift it and have that door swing and break and hit against the wall, and it'll shatter in a million pieces because it's tempered for safety. Okay, so Carlos is going to bring that over. All right. Okay, let's turn it around. Yeah, here we go. I can grab this side, yeah. All right, so this is gonna go, of course, on the inside. All right, we've had customers in the past do this backwards, but it won't look so pretty and the wires won't connect. Just leave all the wires as they are. Don't mess with the wires that are bundled up. We'll do that in a separate video on the electrical side of it. We're just gonna do the cabin on this one here. So now you can kind of set it down here, but we have to feed these heater cables through the holes. Every cable has a hole specifically for it. So you want to feed them through all the way because you don't want to make sure a cable doesn't get pinched in there. So this is the hardest thing you really got to do here, is feeding these cables through. If you're tall enough, you can get a hold of them and kind of pull them up to the top. This is where it pays to be tall. This and basketball, I guess, huh? Basketball may pay a little better. Okay. It's the longest one right here. Yeah. You want to just pull all the slack on these cables, pull it all the way up. Like I said, if you can get it. I'm not quite tall enough on that one there. Okay. You got your back one, Carlos? No, you're missing the back one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One more. And make sure you pull it all the way up. All right. Pull that slack out. Okay, so this can be a little tricky getting on. Now you gotta, it fits in a groove there. Okay, my side's.
All right, do I need to pull down on it?
No, I think you. Yeah,
I think it just needs
there
to.
you go. There you go. Wow, that cabin is fully assembled, guys. Look at that. Now we got to do that. We got to install the handle and connect the electrical cables. But the cabin itself, see how easy that was? Not one tool, guys. Unbelievable. And gals, girls can put this together just as easy as the guys. So two-person assembly, really recommend that. Don't do this on your own. There is a dust cover that comes with the sauna. It'll be put on. It would be put on after the electrical. You can bring it over so we can show them. Now, I I don't like using this. Okay, it comes with a sauna. My opinion is throw it away. It's going to block. It's going to trap heat in your on your main board, power board, and your sauna's not going to vent as well. So, for me, unless you got the sauna under a staircase where you have to look at the top when you're, when you're going upstairs. Like some people put it like in a living room where they have a staircase. It's not going to look pretty. In that case, I'd put it on because it'll make it look pretty on top. But other than that, just leave it off. The sauna's going to run better. It's going to last longer. And another problem we've had is rodents. You can go and put this. Rodents get under that dust cover, make a home, and they chew your wires. That's happened. Oh my gosh, more than 10 times. We've had customers call their sauna quit working. We ask them if the dust cover's on, and if they say yes, we said take that off and check for chewed wires because field mice will get in there and they love to chew the wires. We've never this to this date had a sauna that was damaged with mice with the dust cover off. I'm just saying, not impossible, but they just don't usually do it because it's open and they don't like that. So that's it, man. It's beautiful, easy assembly, went together like clockwork. Really, no problems at all. And if you have any questions during assembly, please give customer service a call or they'll direct you to tech support and we can help you in any way. If you have, if something's a little bit tight, you can, you can take if you need to, like on the top, sometimes that top can get real tight. Uh, you can take a little sandpaper to a corner or something where it fits in if possible, or if you need to. Again, this is a two-person. Uh, the same assembly is going to be sent to you whether you have a one, two, three, or four, or the Elite Five. The only difference will be maybe bench configuration, and the pieces will be either bigger or smaller, as I said. So this is it. Very easy. Thank you for trusting us with this purchase because I don't think you're gonna look back and say you wish you bought from someone else because this is, in my opinion, one of the best therapeutic infrared saunas on the market in a class of its own. Again, this is Greg from Vital Health Saunas.